It's Monday, 6:51. I was woke up by the guy across the street trying to beat before him. Now people are in my driveway yelling. Blah, blah, blah. What? Blah, blah, blah. This is what I want to fucking hear when I'm trying to sleep. Monday, 3:30 p.m. This guy pulls up and beeping. Happens to be the same guy that fucked with my bucket last time. That was him that picked up my bucket and moved it out of the way. But at the same time, they're going to bump their shit. Thump bullshit. So it's Tuesday, 6:15. And here's this motherfucker continually beeping. 10 after 7, and this dog's barking across the street. The door was open. It's done now. And my dog has to go out. It's Tuesday night, just after 11. I had a problem with the dog barking because the guy upstairs was making noise 10, 15 minutes ago. And I'm laying in my bed, looking at my ceiling, and there's lights bouncing around on a square of light. I look out my window, and there's this lady on the porch over here shining her flashlight into my window. Yeah, thanks for that. Shine the flashlight of your phone right the fuck into my window. But yeah, this light been bouncing around on my ceiling for a good 10 minutes now. I guess it's only fair to do this. Just that. There you go. There you go. It's a whole 2 minutes of that. Eye for a motherfucking eye. And I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't trying to record into my fucking window. It's Wednesday, August 27th, 11:15 a.m. And this guy from next door, with his blah, 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 truck, a little while ago he went that way. I haven't noticed out the window. Just recently, his truck was parked down there. That's the end of the story. The beginning of the story, I hear from, I'm in the kitchen, I hear whump whump in my driveway. And I look out my side window to see him rounding the corner around the grass right here from our driveway, down the sidewalk to get in his truck and pull his truck into his driveway there after being in our fucking driveway. He is pulling out of the next driveway over with his red truck while I'm standing here. 11:27, the white truck's gone, the red truck's there, and there's the boys with the white fucking button-up shirts. And here's me hoping they don't come to my fucking house. 11:30, I found some men hard at work. Really fucking hard at work. Milking the clock. Scrolling on their phones. That's what they're doing. RTA employees. That's what they're doing. Still Wednesday, 12:30 p.m., just afternoon, and the dog had to be punished from being on my bed laying there peacefully. Not quite, because some woman was screaming at the top of her lungs from across the street on them steps right there, looking over here. I'm not quite sure if she was looking over here, but that's the way I'll say it. She seemed like she was looking over here, screaming at the top of her lungs. But no, she had to be punished because the dog next door was out. I can't say if it had a leash on it this time, but it was barking viciously, so she wouldn't stop. So she had to go back to her room. Then after that was baby crying for a long time. Now there's yelling, but that doesn't even fucking bother me. That's normal sounds, right? People doing what they do. And it ain't too loud, okay? I came back into the clip to say that's the same woman that was parking in our backyard that was yelling at the top of her lungs while she's waiting for a ride. Okay? It's 1:30 p.m. I go to check the mail from yesterday. Not time for the mail yet today. And I noticed this bag sitting here. The bag with the big milk cup and a beer bottle and the cigarette pack, that bag. And now it's 2 p.m. and here's this fucking can back in my yard. You see it. And here's the rest of the fucking garbage that the motherfucker tosses over the fence into our goddamn yard. Along with the bricks that he threw over. Yeah, I remember that shit. So it's Wednesday evening, 5:20, and this guy was mowing right against the side of our house. I can't go out there. I'm not allowed to go out there and say stay away from the side of my house. There he is, mowing my yard and putting garbage, leaving garbage, blowing garbage over into my yard. How about beside that? Shit is hitting my house. And I gotta listen to this shit all motherfucking evening. Because he takes the sweetest motherfucking time. About an hour, yeah. Okay, we have the sound of the air conditioner. But there he is, right fucking there. That's the sound of his shit. Still about 6 or 7 feet away. After a while, here he comes back. And here's the tree that grows up into our air conditioner. That he fucked up, so it does that. When we asked property management to get the whole thing out of here. Long time. And here's this white truck that was parked in front of the house next door. Turning around to watch over him. Like neighbors do, or whatever. And I wanted to watch my television programming, but it's like getting a buzz cut at the barber's. And that's him in the middle of the field. And if you want the ill, the really real, the raw, I'll give it to you. I feel property management hasn't been here in a month and a half to cut our grass. In retaliation, as persecution for me posting a video about them trespassing onto the property. And of course, there's that dangerous shit that's been like that for just as long. And frankly, it is against the law, against Ohio Revised Code, to conduct repairs to your vehicle on the road. But this is fucking America, or whatever they call it these days. Wednesday, August 27th, 6:25 p.m. I hear some rumble on my porch, and I see these people walking away and going over to their truck, and they're going to talk to the neighbor. Okay. Rumble, and these people walking away from my porch. The rumble sounds came from on my porch. It's Thursday, 4 o'clock in the morning, and, well, somebody's backing up into my driveway, and okay, they stopped right there, pulling forward a little, and I expect them not to make a single fucking sound. But around here, you never know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't give a fuck who it is, I don't give a fuck what they're doing. It could be some hoe giving a blowjob, I don't give a fuck. As long as it ain't waking me up. Now, most nights I'm asleep around this time. And if I was and somebody made some fucking noise at 4 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, I'd have a right to be pissed off about it, wouldn't I? So no car doors clapping, no people yelling. Okay then, right? So this person's been sitting in the driveway for 15 minutes now, and it's my position of authority and my right to identify this person, but I'm not going to fully engage. I'm not confrontational. I'm going to look around in my yard like I have the right to do. Any old time I plays a boo, it smells like skunk really bad out here. Checking around in my yard, you know, the tree and all that. Just checking around, making sure there's nothing weird out here. And we got a Mississippi tag LIF086, and I don't know if the driver's present or not. Yes, their passenger is present. I don't know about the driver though. There, that's my right to identify. So these people didn't get out of the car and go in the house, or knock on the door, or pick somebody up, or none of that shit. I got a really good reason to suspect that they shouldn't be there, and they're probably doing dope in my fucking driveway. There they go. Turn the light on. Nobody got in or out of the motherfucking car at all. There's my porch light turning on. Right? Oh, now someone opens the door. I was gonna say, you're not gonna play your fucking music there either. Yeah, I gotta hear their phone ringing on their speaker. With their brights on. How about I can fucking go to sleep now? And I triple fucking dare a bastard to say I had no right to go secure my premises with a goddamn flashlight. Oh, and just since we happen to be up at 6:17 a.m., we get to document this shit. Damn fucking straight. That's what wakes me up. Most days. That shit. Let me run to the motherfucking clock, because nobody's gonna believe me. I've had this here water running for 4.5 minutes, and it's still warm. That means I couldn't even take a cold shower if I wanted to. No, seriously, I have to put the water in the refrigerator after letting the chlorine evaporate from it to water my plants. You know, the plants that don't grow, because this is all bullshit. Just like I don't heal. For the same fucking reason. You get the guy upstairs, he came home, so got his can, you got the guy next door with his blah 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 in his fucking truck. And they're both blocking my driveway. And again, I gotta suffer from this guy's illegal scrapping business that he's running from his home, which you're not supposed to do. And I gotta hear about it. I gotta hear the clanking, I gotta hear the thumping, I gotta hear all that stupid shit that you're not supposed to hear because it's not zoned for it. FedEx delivers us a package and it's a little more appropriately placed. Saturday morning, neighbor's can still there, neighbor upstairs. Am I ever going to be tripping about that? Hell no, not at all. But I'm not sure, but I think it might sit there a long fucking time. If it does, it tell me it might not have been him that took it out. Yeah? So, factually, the packages should go likely under the mailbox or off to the side, but not where you walk. And why does he put it where you walk, in the middle of the stairs? Because he can't go 3 or 4 more steps further. My mom's friend who likes to give her a ride can't fit her car through here without nudging the garbage cans. She says she could probably get back here easier if the cans weren't together here, so she could zigzag around them. This isn't even a proper fucking driveway to be able to do what we are supposed to do here and use it as a driveway. It's not a driveway to fucking walk away. They should have rebuilt the curb over here and over there where our fucking driveway is on the other side of the house. This door should be on the other side of the house and we should have a fucking driveway of our own. I suspect this is a permitless conjunction of the properties to become a shared yard by say and not official procedure. This is not a shared motherfucking yard. There's a property line that splits the driveway in half. The property line was moved in the past from outside of the driveway area, outside of this portion of fence, for about 15 feet, to right about where that portion of fence is, which is less, or about 3 feet from our house. Our curtilage, which keeps getting trespassed on, as well as technically over here, and here, in our own damn yard. To wrap it up, the jets that come for the air show are actually abiding by their regulations and ordinances regarding the thunderous shockwave of noise they make. Now it's not so thunderous. It doesn't shake your house off the foundation or rattle that grout you put into it out of it anymore. So it's 11 p.m. I'm trying to go to sleep right here. And the neighbor upstairs decides to bring his garbage can in and slams it against the porch while I'm trying to sleep. So I'm going to do the right thing. Instead of shoving it out back onto the lawn, I'm going to go ahead and put it where it goes because it doesn't belong in front of the house. That's about where the motherfucker goes. Not between the house and the street. Terribly out of place for segmenting and chronologically documenting this. I find this where I walk my dog. Where I might walk my dog, I find this. I find this where I walk my dog. That's glass. It's really small. Here's my finger. Buy it. So it's Sunday, 10:30, going on 11, and I woke up on my own today, and for the first time in I don't know how many months. And look, I get to peacefully enjoy the place today. It's quiet, and nobody's making loud noises. The guy in the blah 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 ass truck didn't make his truck go blah 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 till like 10, and this is what I pay for. Even though now there's nothing on the TV. Sunday, 11:40 a.m., and for the record, the neighbor upstairs used his garbage can at the side of the house and didn't move his can back to the front of the house where it doesn't belong.